Hello and welcome everyone, Larhart here, and today I've got a brand new voting video for you guys for my next Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires campaign. This will be replacing my now finished Kislev series, which we finished up a few weeks ago. It will be a YouTube only series, so it won't be a series that I stream on Twitch and record at the same time and then edit into YouTube videos. It'll have 3 uploads a week, either Monday, Wednesday and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. I haven't quite figured out the schedule for this one, what sort of slot it's going to take, but yeah, 3 uploads a week, YouTube only, and I'll be aiming to start it the week beginning the 24th of October. Not sure if it will start on the Monday or the Tuesday, or perhaps later on that week. Need to see what the results of this poll is for this next faction and see how long it takes me to get a custom intro made by the wonderful H for Havoc that does all my custom intros for my content. So the poll is linked in the description, pinned to the top of the comment section. It'll take you to a poll on my channel's community tab here on YouTube. And the factions and lords that are listed there are a short list that I've put together from some of your recommendations, but also my own choices of factions that I think have interesting starts, be they existing factions or newly made ones because their lords have been split out from other existing races and factions and started in their own position, or just lords that have had changes to them. Just ones that I think will offer an interesting campaign. If there's not a lord on there that you would really like to see, then feel free to let me know who you would like to see in a future campaign, because obviously I'm going to be playing Total War Warhammer 3 for a long time to come. So let's go through the list. So first of all, we have Volkmal the Grim. He's now with his own faction. He's not part of Reichland. He's got the Cult of Sigmar. We'll go onto the map here. So he starts down in the Southlands. I think that'd be quite a cool, interesting start, especially for an Empire faction starting down there with the mix of all the other factions that are there doing their own thing. He's got his own kind of unique faction mechanics. I believe he goes after the... Isn't he got something along the lines of going after the books of Nagash in some form? In fact, it says right there, Volkmal is able to collect and seal books of Nagash, increasing his military prowess and preventing them from being exploited by others. So I think that will offer quite a cool, fun campaign. Obviously, I assume he can confederate with the other Empire factions, so we could kind of bring them all under the Cult of Sigmar. That could be quite interesting. I kind of feel like this is the potential to be as awesome and as interesting as my Golden Ordic series that I did with Gelt for Mortal Empires. So yeah, that's Volkmar. He's first up. Next up is Vampire Counts, and for that we've got Gorst with the Caravan of Blue Roses. So he starts all the way over to the southwest of Cathay. I've never really looked at Gorst before, so I've never really been drawn to him, but quite a lot of you said he's got a really cool start position. There's a lot of cool buffs for the Mortis engine. Has I think the zombies have been toned down a little bit, because I know when Immortal Empires first released, he was absolutely bonkers strong with his zombies. But yeah, we'll have all the undead there. Again, like to see if we could maybe eventually link him on back to the vampire homeland and like kind of spread an undead empire all the way sort of through the west. I think that'd be kind of cool, and also obviously grab stuff over here. An undead empire in Cathay maybe as well. Who knows? I feel like we've got a lot of options of where we could go with that start position. And yeah, lots of options there. So that's Gorst. He's our second option. Third option, we are going to be going to Tomb Kings. Loads of you have been asking, would I do another Tomb King campaign? And for quite some time I've been saying I'd love to check out High Queen Khalida at the court of Lybaras. And obviously she starts over at Lybaras on the Southlands to the east. Again, lots of options to go from there. She'll be seeking to kind of claim the Tomb King lands and take out the other Tomb Kings. Ideally, again, confederate with all of them that we can. Maybe not Kartep, because he'll be pretty tough to go get. Although we could send like an expeditionary force to go and like bring him back into the fold by using the sea lanes. That could be a good kind of like side quest for us. Can you confederate with Arkan, or is he seen as being kind of split off from the other Tomb King, so you can't confederate with him? But yeah, we could at least team up with Cetra and maybe Kartep if he doesn't get wiped out, because there's quite a few threats to him over in his start now. So yeah, High Queen Khalida, diplomatic relations, research rate, buffs and bonuses. There we go. Our next option another undead. Actually, we've got quite a lot of undead with Tomb King's vampire counts. It's Vampire Coast, and I've said I've wanted to do another one of these for quite some time because my Noctilus series was so much fun. I loved playing as Noctilus. We also did an Araness Assault Spite series as well on Mortal Empires. But the mad lad himself, Luther Harkan, is our fourth option. He obviously starts over at the Awakening over in Lustria, so he could wipe out a load of lizards. You've also got Marcus Wolfheart, the Empire, the expedition over there, and then again look to control the high seas, maybe push north or pretty much go anywhere he wants to become ruler of all. He's got diplomatic relations with the followers of Nagash, so yeah, he could have some fun with Tomb Kings. Maybe a link on up. Obviously hates the Lizardmen, so we'll take them all out. But yeah, I loved the roster for the Vampire Coast. I think it's quite a lot of fun. There's a lot of missile fun to be had with them. So yeah, Mad Lad Luther Harkan is our fourth option, and our final option, Dark Elves.
I seek my birthright.
Lockhear Felheart, the Blessed Dread, because of his absolutely crazy start position all the way over in Cathay. I kind of feel like it'd be great to have him facing off against all those factions up in and around Cathay, carve out a Dark Elf empire in the far east, and then use the sea lanes to jump on back and confederate or claim, overthrow the Dark Elf homeland. And obviously the donut, because who doesn't want a bit of donut? There's loads of other Dark Elves, so I feel like we could grab a load of other lords through some fun confederations potentially, if we can get that going. I probably, with this next series, I will see if I can get that recruit defeated legendary lords mod enabled as well, so that way we get to collect more Pokemon from our various race that we're playing as. And I think that'll be good fun as well. So yeah, Volkmar, Gorst, Khalida, Harkan, or Lockhear Felheart is a good selection across the board, I feel. Yes, there's loads of other lords that we haven't even touched on that aren't included there, but we'll get through to loads more as we play through more and more campaigns in Warhammer 3 on Immortal Empires. As well, not quite. Death is only the beginning, Helm and Gorst, but this is only the beginning of our content spree on Warhammer 3 with Immortal Empires now. So strap in, because we're going to be playing this for a long, long time to come.
Shall heal my mind.
Let's go through their start positions once more so you guys can see them all. And there we go. And then obviously Luther Harkan.
Of the Blessed Dread.
So yeah, get voting via that link in the description, pinned to the top comment section, takes you over to the community tab. We'll say the poll ends this Friday the 14th. That gives me hopefully plenty of time to get a custom intro made so that we can start this series at some point the week beginning the 24th of October. So between the 24th and the 28th, part 1 of the series should go out on YouTube with 3 uploads every week. Again, it'll either be Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays, or Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'll figure out the schedule close to the time. Just depends how long it takes me to get a custom intro made for this campaign. There's Volkmar, not Franz yet. Volkmar down here. I think that's a really cool start there for him. The other thing I would really like you guys' input on is we're obviously going to go for Ultimate Crisis mode with this series. It's going to be an Ultimate Crisis campaign, so all of them will fire. Because of that, and because it's going to be quite a long campaign, I'd love to hear you guys' input on when you think we should set the turn time range. We are going to crank this to 200 difficulty. I think between turn 100 and 150 is a bit much. I was initially thinking maybe crank it up to between turn 200 and turn 250. Or maybe we do 175 and 250. What do you guys reckon? Those of you who have done perhaps Ultimate Crisis campaigns, difficulty, I don't want it to completely derail the campaign. And I also don't want it coming too soon, because I do want it to be this end game challenge for us. But also, if we wait too long, I guess there's potential. Will we be so steamrolled up at that point? I mean, we shouldn't be, because of, especially with 200 end game difficulty, there should be so many armies. It should be quite a challenge. I just want to find the sort of the best moment for that to fire to still give us a solid bit of kind of late game content. I kind of feel 175, 250, that might be a good range. Maybe that's a bit too high of a range. Maybe we close it down and go between turn 200 and 250. Weigh in on that. I will announce what we're setting that up to at the start of the campaign. I may even like have a chat to some people on Discord and maybe on the Reddit, Total War Reddit, to see what people think is kind of a good option for this sort of campaign. I feel like it's going to be a long series, this one, especially with Ultimate Crisis. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Mod wise, I'm not looking to use any overhauls, just because while they're still actively working on Immortal Empires, there's going to be various patches and changes. I don't want any mods. I don't want to use any mods that are going to kind of break the saves and I have to either roll back or kind of risk my progression going forward. So I will be using some minor mods. As I said, looking to use that Recruit Defeated Legendary Lords mod. That means that if their faction gets wiped out before I get a chance to confederate with them, I get the option to bring their refugees into my character pool, basically, so we can collect them all that way. We'll likely use Building Progression Icons 3 mod, better camera mod, you know, minor UI mods. If there are any other minor tweaks that you think I should use that will likely be save game compatible and update compatible going forward, then feel free to let me know down in the comment section. But yeah, that's all we've got planned for this video. That's all I need to say. So one last time, if you haven't already checked out Volkmal the Grim, the Empire, Gorst for the Vampires, Khalida for the Tomb Kings, Luther Harkon for the Vampire Coast, or Lockhere Fellheart for the Dark Elves. Get voting. Ends on Friday the 14th, but usually you can kind of see which sort of direction we're going after a day or two. So yeah, get voting via that community poll, and I hope you guys are looking forward to my next Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires series. Until then, take care and ciao for now.